So today our topic is 100% bio-based ethyl acetate.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So today I'm talking to Frank Ströhle. Hi Frank, how are you?
Hi, nice to meet you, Michael. I'm doing fine, thank you.
Okay, great. So please introduce yourself to the guests or the viewers.
Thank you. Yes, of course. And thanks for having me. It's a great pleasure to attend today and to have the talk. And so my name is Frank Ströhle. I'm a senior sales manager at CropEnergies for the introduced 100% bio-based ethyl acetate. And from education, I'm biochemist and business chemist, and I have been working, or I work since September 2025 at CropEnergies, and I'm located in the headquarters in Mannheim.
Great. So please tell us about CropEnergies. What is it and what do they do?
Yeah, so CropEnergies is a company which focuses on sustainability. So our main aim is sustainable solutions for our clients, and for this reason we are producing ethanol and some other substances like carbon dioxide, but also some feed applications. And as I mentioned, we focus on sustainable solutions from biomass, and we are located in France, Belgium, the UK, and in Germany, and are the biggest ethanol producer in Europe, and focus on sustainability, and therefore founded a newly brand which is called REDIS within our new business line for bio-based chemicals.
Okay, great. So we're going to talk about ethyl acetate today. So first of all, what is ethyl acetate and what's it used for?
So ethyl acetate, it's a colorless liquid and a solvent, and the solvent has a variety of application. It could be used in inks, for example, as solvent, of course. For example, to 50 to 60% of inks are solvents like ethyl acetate or ethanol. It can be also used as solvent for resins, and also lamination adhesives, but also in pharmaceutical applications for recrystallization or extraction processes within API production processes, but it's also a kind of excipients in finalized products or finished products, as well as a decaffeination solvent or as a flavor for apple or pear aroma. And last but not least, of course, it can also be used in cosmetics as nail polish or nail polish remover.
Okay.
So a variety of applications.
Yes. Very versatile. So
yes.
Your product is 100% bio-based. So what's special about your production process compared to others?
Yeah, that's a good question. So our production process, it's the so-called Davy process. It uses 2 times ethanol to form ethyl acetate. So it's a newly process, and it's completely different to the established process of esterification, which uses acetic acid and ethanol. So 2 different kind of chemicals,
Right.
and we only use as sole material ethanol, and that's more or less the most or the greatest difference, of course, as you have 2 times ethanol instead of acetic acid and ethanol. And in our case, for example, the ethanol is produced from us, and you have 100% bio-based ethyl acetate in the end, in contrast to an esterification process where acetic acid is difficult to be produced bio-based. And of course, you have then the ethanol, which is still bio-based, so you have a kind of mass balance product. So that's maybe the greatest difference in the process, but also in the end of the product. So ours is 100% bio-based, and maybe some other products are fossil-based or mass balance, so 50 to 50 possibly. And
okay, so very high sustainability
Indeed.
here being the issue. Yeah.
Yes.
So where is actually the production site?
So the production site, it's in Elsteraue. So it's in the near of Leipzig. So it's in Eastern Germany. So in Central Europe, I would so call. And yeah, we can go on from there in any kind of destinations pretty fast in Europe. So that's maybe one of our key aspects too, that we have a centralized opportunity to deliver our clients in Europe, but also of course in overseas or in the US or where else we can bring it to the market.
Okay, great. So you mentioned all these different applications, which is fantastic. But what each of these applications has their own quality requirements. So which quality statements do you have available for the product?
Yeah, as I mentioned, or as you also mentioned, it's a variety of applications, and our aim is, of course, to fulfill most or nearly all of the needs of our clients within statements or certifications. And for example, in case of certifications, our aim is to go for kosher halal, which are, of course, very important for us and for our clients, because if you think at inks for flexible packaging, then it's a kind of food contact material, for example, where kosher and halal is something which is of interest. But also in case of lamination adhesives, kosher, halal, and also a food contact statement or certificate is very important, because if you have those packages, then you are in contact with food materials to a great amount. So therefore, that's very important for us. And in case of, for example, cosmetic application, clients are asking for vegan, GMO-free, which we want to apply, but also something like no toxic materials, or also no nanomaterial statements are something we consider. Yeah, to support the clients with their need.
Okay. Okay, great. So at the end of the day, you provide all the necessary quality documentation that's required for these applications. Yeah. So, I mean, you've mentioned about the production process, which it sounds very exciting, because you've only got one starting material, more or less. Yeah. And it being bio-based. So, I mean, I mentioned already sustainability, but how would you actually define the sustainability of the product?
Yeah, due to the variety of applications, there are some different kind of aspects which are more or less related to sustainability. If you think about the lamination adhesives, it reduces scope 3 emissions. So within our solvent, the PCF calculation shows a benefit of up to 50 to 130% of a reduction. So that's something which for those kind of clients is very interesting. If we now think, for example, at pharmaceutical, but also flex pack companies which have some after burning processes, they also in this case emit scope 1 emissions. So because ethyl acetate is captured, it's burned, and then there's a release of carbon dioxide. And within our product, you could reduce scope 1 emissions due to the fact that according to the GHG protocol, the burning of bio-based products is stated as a zero release of carbon dioxide, because the carbon dioxide has been captured while the plants have been growing. So that's, for example, an emission topic. So you could reduce scope 1 on scope 3. So that's a sustainability topic. Another topic is our raw materials are the grains, which are coming from the area of Leipzig. So the ethanol facility is sourcing them of around 200 kilometers around, and to this 80%, and the remaining 20 of European 27 countries. So we have a very regional sourcing of our grains and the ethanol, and then the ethanol, it's produced 7 kilometers from our plant away. So therefore, there's a very short way from Zeitz to Elsteraue, meaning also very low emission amounts in case of transportations. And of course, we have the 100% bio-based approach, meaning everyone who wants to get more or less green or sustainable can use our 100% ethyl acetate, which is also leading to high sustainability. And
Right.
so that's more or less, I would say, the most efforts. What another benefit could be is a kind of drop-in solution. So our ethyl acetate, it's also called REDIS ethyl acetate. So REDIS stands for renewable drop-in solutions. That means if you would be a technician or working in R&D, the specification from our bio-based are completely meeting the ones of fossil-based, fossil-based ethyl acetate. So therefore, it's quite easy to exchange our or your, or in general, the fossil-based ethyl acetate with ours. So therefore, it's also a kind of sustainability in case of, okay, where's my time going on? So, or what persons are spending their time for. So that's
Sure.
also a kind of sustainability in my opinion.
Yes, yes. Yeah, so I mean that's also a very wide let me say explanation of all the different sustainability issues, which is quite surprising to me. I'm very impressed to hear that. So what can we expect from your REDIS ethyl acetate in the future?
Thank you. That's a good question. Yeah, so at the moment, to be honest, the plant is not operational yet. So we are in the finalization stage of the construction. So within 27, maybe mid of 27, we will have going out the truck tanks. So the plan is to produce 50,000 tons of ethyl acetate per year at our facility or plant. And with a kind of ramp up within 27, we expect to have the plant and the full amount operational maybe till end of 2027. And that's what we can expect in the future. So finalize the construction, starting to produce and ramp him up to the 50,000 tons of ethyl acetate per year. So that's what we can expect within the next year, I would say so.
Okay, great. This is very exciting. I wish you all the best with this great product and marching ahead in the with new production side, etc., etc. So thank you very much for joining today, and thank you also for watching today. And if you have any questions, please contact us. And we will see you again on the next episode of Excipient Talk, brought to you by galenIQ.